Do you remember the time when burgers were a treat? When the beef is truly quality beef and the bun stays crispy, not soggy, before you even take your second bite? These days, many famous burger chains seem to have lost that standard. Not only are they letting down our taste buds, but recent studies also suggest that this fast food may be directly linked to heart problems and a weakened immune system. We've all watched the quality slip, even as the prices keep climbing. You put in your hard work and money, only to get something that's not just low in nutrition, but slowly eats away at your health with every bite. In today's video, we'll explore the burger chains you should avoid at all costs, if you value your own health. Be prepared, because what you're about to learn might make you regret the way you choose fast food every day. It's no surprise that McDonald's is on this list. Once a global fast food cultural icon, the brand is now at the bottom of consumer satisfaction rankings. This decline not only reflects the current food quality, but is also clear evidence of the disappointment and loss of trust felt by customers who have been loyal for decades. In the memories of many Americans, McDonald's is associated with a bright childhood. The golden arches, happy meals with toys, or colorful birthday parties at the store have nurtured happy memories and a belief in quality. McDonald's was once the starting point of fast food. It was cheap, fast, and brought joy, and the place where many people first tasted a hamburger. But the current reality is quite different. McDonald's is now just a shadow of its former self, gradually losing its core values of flavor and experience. Although McDonald's has made efforts to change its products with improvements such as caramelizing the meat surface or adjusting how sesame seeds are sprinkled on the buns, feedback from actual consumers shows that the results are almost negligible. The general sentiment from the community is that the brand still retains its old flaws, and the burger experience, which was once a symbol of childhood, is now increasingly declining. One of the most obvious issues is the size and quality of the meat. The patties are noted for being small and shrinking over time, making it difficult for diners to fully appreciate the burger's flavor. The meat is processed from frozen rather than fresh, which reduces its natural flavor and makes it feel unappetizing quickly. The greasiness makes the dish heavy, causing the overall experience to lose the harmony that customers once expected. The preparation and presentation are also notable weaknesses. Burgers are often assembled carelessly, looking like they were thrown into the box from a distance, making them visually unappealing. Not to mention the cheese slice, which used to be the smooth, rich highlight, is now often ice cold and doesn't melt, making the eater feel like they're chewing on a piece of oil-soaked paper. These experiences are not just personal matters, but reflect the general frustration of consumers. A customer once expressed on a forum, "The only thing worse than a McDonald's burger is school cafeteria food." I remember the 29-cent burgers every Wednesday in the 80s. It's both cheap and delicious. It feels like every penny I spend is worth it. Additionally, many customers have shared on Reddit that they don't understand why McDonald's has declined in hygiene to this extent. In Sydney, a customer found raw chicken in their burger, raising concerns about food safety inspection processes. A video that shocked the community captured insects and maggots appearing in a McDonald's store in Broadmeadow. The kitchens are said to be poorly maintained and unsanitary. The food contains many preservatives and fats, further degrading the already poor quality of the pastries. In this context, a striking phenomenon emerges: Frankenstein creations, when customers have to make their own burgers to find them delicious. Diners are no longer satisfied with the original product, but are creating unique variations to save the dining experience. The most notable is the McGangbang, a spicy McChicken sandwich without the bun, sandwiched between a double cheeseburger. The result was a hybrid burger with both beef and chicken, which many people considered far superior to the original. Some fans even used leftover McChicken buns, stuffed French fries inside, and created innovative chicken fry sandwiches. The fact that customers have to save the product themselves clearly shows one thing. McDonald's original burger has lost its ability to satisfy customers' basic tastes. These creations are not only a sign of a community seeking joy in their meals, but also reflect deep disappointment with the quality and experience that a brand once a symbol of childhood is facing. If even brands that were once symbols of childhood are no longer trustworthy, what do we have left to trust when choosing food for ourselves and our children? Can sweet childhood memories help us better understand the true value of the quality of America today? Burger King was once McDonald's biggest competitor in fast food history, a powerful king in the brand war. However, today this brand has fallen to the bottom of the rankings, barely escaping the last place, reflecting that the imperial image once associated with the old slogan has faded. In the 80s and 90s, Burger King was a symbol of the fierce competition between the Golden Arches versus the King, McDonald's or Burger King. Which do you choose? The famous slogan, "Have it your way," along with the unique charcoal grilled flavor of the Whopper, have made the brand. The Whopper, big, juicy, flame-grilled, was once considered a worthy competitor, with many believing it was tastier than McDonald's due to its rich, unforgettable flavor. Therefore, the fact that Burger King is currently ranked near the bottom of the list is an unfortunate decline, reflecting that the brand has lost its core competitive advantage and the trust that customers once placed in it. By 2025, the Burger King experience won't always be bad, but it will give you a disturbingly unsettling feeling. Every time I buy a burger now, it feels like a gamble. You never know if you're going to get a good burger or be disappointed. Consumers describe the brand using words like meh, so-so, unimpressive, or mid, average, lacking appeal. Many loyal customers admit that the reason they keep coming back to Burger King isn't because of the quality, but simply because of long-standing habit. One of the biggest weaknesses is the inconsistency between stores. Some places might serve burgers that are authentic, beautiful, even almost gourmet, but just go to another store, even in the same city, and you might get a product that's criticized as a disaster. Even within the same store, fluctuations disappoint customers. Some say the first time they ordered a Whopper, the burger was so delicious it was almost moving. But a few weeks later, returning to the same location, the product was like eating an old sock, a completely opposite experience. A loyal fan once commented, "Burger King is only good at the store near my house. Every place else is terrible." This sharing reflects the local nature of brand quality. Customers only dare to trust a few individual stores, while trust in the brand across the entire system is almost non-existent. Unlike its top competitors, which are praised for their stability and consistency, Burger King fails because it cannot maintain consistent quality, making the customer experience unstable and unpredictable. If even the emperors of the fast food world are becoming unstable, what can we trust when choosing fast food for ourselves and our children? Does this gamble reflect a broader trend where food quality is becoming a gamble for all of us? Wendy's was once an icon of consistent burger quality in the fast food industry, but today, the experience at this chain is disappointing and frustrating. Previously, Wendy's was known as a differentiated brand, committed to serving fresh, never frozen beef, with a famous slogan, "Where's the beef?" a direct challenge to the quality of its competitors. However, after many years, the brand gradually lost its inherent appeal, becoming a name customers eat just to eat, rather than with the same enthusiasm as before. In the memories of many Americans, Wendy's is not just a fast food restaurant, but also a symbol of care and reliability. The square patties instead of round ones have become a signature image, asserting a difference. However, after Dave Thomas passed away in 2002, Wendy's began to undergo changes that led to a decline in burger quality over time. Some customers commented that the downward turn began when the brand launched the Baconator, a burger with a lot of meat and cheese, but lacking inherent sophistication. Today, even though they still emphasize the slogan, "Fresh beef," the promise alone is no longer enough to keep customers. Overall, Wendy's is perceived as boring and lacking vitality. People still eat there, but there's no longer the same sense of excitement or enthusiasm as before. The prominent weaknesses in Wendy's product further highlight this disappointment. In terms of appearance, burgers are often criticized for being messy, sloppy, and no longer as neat as they were in their heyday. Regarding flavor, although the meat was still fresh, many customers commented that the overall experience lacked excitement and the burger became dull. The cake was a major disappointment. Longtime fans still remember the days when Wendy's used higher quality, softer, and more flavorful buns. But when the brand switched to cheaper buns, the experience immediately declined. This is considered a classic example of cutting costs to ruin the product. Customer feedback clearly reflects a loss of core value. One person commented, "Wendy's hasn't been good since Dave passed away." Many people see the Baconator as a turning point that caused Wendy's to lose its unique character, and the sense of regret is spreading. Loyal fans realize that instead of maintaining quality, the brand chose to cut back on ingredients. In summary, Wendy's still has customers, but most are no longer as excited or loyal as they used to be. The solution to restoring Wendy's trust and appeal doesn't lie in slogans or advertising, but begins with returning to quality ingredients, strictly controlling the processing procedures, and maintaining a consistent experience across all stores, something the leading brands in the fast food industry are doing well. By doing so, Wendy's can reconnect with customers on an emotional level, from nostalgia for the past to trust in the present. If a brand once known for quality like Wendy's is also gradually losing its position, what else is there for consumers to trust in the fast food industry? And what food values will we pass on to the next generation when experience is increasingly dependent on cost rather than true quality? In the grand scheme of the American burger industry, there are names that are etched in the memories of generations. And there are also emerging brands trying to make their mark with a unique style. Freddy's frozen custard and steak burgers is in the second group. Founded in 2002, the brand quickly gained attention with its 1950s retro image and distinctive burger style. Despite being relatively young compared to giants that have been around for decades, Freddy's has managed to cultivate a loyal fan base and is directly compared to renowned names like In-N-Out, Culver's, and Steak and Shake. Freddy's builds its brand by combining nostalgia and modernity. The cafe space is designed with a strong classic diner feel, a familiar symbol for older Americans, evoking memories of the golden age of roadside diners. Meanwhile, the product offers a fresh take by focusing on smash burgers, a type of burger that uses the technique of pressing thin patties on a hot griddle to create crispy edges and a charred crust. This is a style that is completely opposite to the thick, juicy burgers that many people are familiar with. This very difference has made Freddy's a divisive brand. Smash burger enthusiasts consider this a unique experience and crave the signature crispy texture. But on the contrary, many customers believe that thin burgers lose the soul of the dish, the richness, juiciness, and firmness. The result is that Freddy's is often rated as good, but not excellent. Some people even commented frankly, "Pretty good, not the best," which translates to, "Okay, but not memorable." In the three-way race with In-N-Out and Culver's, Freddy's is often brought into the equation. Some fans claim Freddy's burgers are even better than In-N-Out's famous animal style, and even the fries are praised as superior. But for many casual diners, Freddy's is seen as a hybrid between Culver's and Steak and Shake, taking the thin patty technique from one, plus the average to good quality ingredients from the other. The opponent's shadow is too large, making it difficult for this brand to fully take off, despite no lack of effort. Beyond the issue of taste, what makes Freddy's, and many other burger chains, a concern is the health impact. Thin burgers with crispy, seared edges can offer an appealing flavor, but they also contain a lot of fat and sodium. When combined with French fries, carbonated soft drinks, and a high-calorie menu, the risk of cardiovascular problems or a weakened immune system becomes even more concerning. This is a problem not only for Freddy's, but one that almost all industrial burger chains face. Will the difference in style be enough to save a brand when consumers are increasingly prioritizing health over flavor? And in a market where traditional burgers are increasingly seen as a cause of illness, can Freddy's survive long-term without changing? There's a rather ironic paradox in the fast food industry. Sometimes the food is highly praised, but the service experience itself causes the brand to lose customers. The case of Steak and Shake is a prime example. If we only consider the taste of the burgers, this brand is good enough to be in the leading group. But when you add in the factors of service and speed, it's pushed down to a much lower position than its inherent potential. Steak and Shake is a long-standing chain, associated with the memories of many generations of Americans. Unlike its younger and more modern competitors, this brand maintains its classic American diner style. A standout specialty is the steak burger, a burger made with steak, giving it a premium feel and setting it apart from the usual fast food burgers. Additionally, they are famous for their handmade milkshakes, which have become a part of many Americans' childhood memories. The atmosphere in the store also has a retro feel, making customers feel like they've stepped back in time to the golden age of fast food. The biggest highlight of Steak and Shake still lies in its flavor. Their burgers are praised as delicious, difficult to replicate, and are often associated with the loyalty of a segment of fans. The most legendary dish is the Frisco Melt, with 2 layers of beef, melted cheese, sandwiched between buttered sourdough bread slices. This is considered an iconic dish, to the point where many customers share that they've tried to recreate it at home but could never achieve the same flavor. This unique and irreplaceable feeling has helped the brand endure in the hearts of burger lovers for decades. However, the appeal of the flavor is overshadowed by less pleasant experiences. More and more customers are complaining that the Steak and Shake system is entering a downward spiral. The first issue is service quality. Many reviews state that the staff are unenthusiastic, unprofessional, and the service experience doesn't create a friendly atmosphere. The second major drawback lies in consistency. While some stores maintain a fairly stable quality, many others are rated as having significantly declined. This makes it difficult for customers to trust the entire brand, and they only choose certain locations to visit. For a national chain, and this localism is a serious disadvantage. As a result, even the most loyal fans are forced to admit that they no longer consider Steak and Shake their preferred choice. They might still come back to enjoy the special burger or a childhood reminiscent milkshake, but they'll only do so when they have plenty of free time. And if they're in a hurry, they're willing to skip it and choose a faster brand. The solution suggested by many experts is that Steak and Shake needs to learn from larger systems like McDonald's, which is famous for its ability to maintain consistency and speed of service globally. In the fast food industry, operational stability and efficiency can be just as important, or even more important, than taste. With a brand that has been associated with the childhood memories of many, will the flavor be enough to keep customers coming back, or will trust ultimately be the deciding factor for survival? In the world of fast food, few brands have achieved the kind of fervent and enduring appeal that In-N-Out has. For a long time, this has been more than just a regular burger chain. It has become a cultural icon for the people of the American West. With a large and loyal fan base, this brand is likened to a culinary religion. Customers are willing to wait in long lines and even consider eating an In-N-Out burger a pilgrimage. In-N-Out is synonymous with the image of modern California, but at the same time, it still retains the traditional spirit of American cuisine. Many famous figures, including chefs and artists, have publicly expressed their love for this brand. This further solidifies In-N-Out's position in the public's hearts, making it an integral part of the local cultural life. The most distinctive feature of In-N-Out is its extremely simple philosophy. Their public menu only revolves around a few basic options: hamburger, cheeseburger, double-double, fries, and milkshake. Instead of chasing diversity or trying to please everyone, we focus all our resources on doing the chosen dishes really well. Thanks to this, In-N-Out has almost completely eliminated the risk of errors. Customers often comment that even a quick photo taken with a phone can look like an advertisement, because every burger is neat, beautiful, and perfectly made. Not only is the quality consistent, but In-N-Out is also praised for its reasonable prices. In the context of rising fast food prices, maintaining affordable prices has made many customers feel that the value received far exceeds the amount spent. Some customers have shared that, considering both flavor and value, In-N-Out can be considered the #1 choice, no matter what day of the week it is. However, In-N-Out is not without its drawbacks. Simplicity is an advantage, but it's also seen as a limitation by customers who desire variety. Additionally, its primary operating area is on the West Coast and some neighboring states, which means many people haven't had the opportunity to experience it firsthand. Some new customers admit that after trying it, they found the taste good, but not as divine as the media hype suggested. This shows that excessively high expectations can sometimes be a double-edged sword. Nevertheless, with its absolute consistency in quality, reasonable prices, and a passionate fan base, In-N-Out is still considered one of the most successful brands in the fast food industry. This is clear evidence that less but better can beat diversity if done perfectly. The lesson learned is, In-N-Out needs to maintain stability while considering expanding its service strategy to avoid being overly reliant on cultural symbolism. Learning from giants like McDonald's, which combine stability with global scalability, could help In-N-Out elevate itself from a regional icon to a brand with broader international influence. Does a brand need to change to conquer the global market, or should it maintain its streamlined identity to retain absolute loyalty from its current fan base? Looking at the whole picture, it's clear that these burger chains are not only disappointing in terms of experience, but also raise serious questions about their long-term health impact. The flavor, memories, or brand may still be there sometimes, but trust and peace of mind are gradually fading. In a society where health is increasingly fragile, especially for the immune and cardiovascular systems of the elderly, choosing a meal as seemingly simple as a burger becomes a significant decision. What many people are wondering is whether the convenience is worth the potential health risks. And if a brand can't keep its promise of quality and customer care, is it still worthy of our loyalty? Will the delicious memories of the past be enough to overshadow the harsh reality of today? And are we inadvertently weakening ourselves every time we choose convenience over safety? If you find this topic touching and thought-provoking, don't forget to like and share the video so more people can learn about it, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the latest analyses. The content in this video is for informational and analytical purposes only, based on public data sources, consumer opinions, and media reports. We do not provide medical, nutritional, or legal advice. Any decisions regarding health or diet should be made in consultation with a doctor or medical professional. The brands mentioned are for illustrative purposes only and are not intended to defame or personally, organizationally attack anyone.